I don't know what it is about that music, but it's actually kind of fucking catchy. Uh, how is everyone doing? How has everyone's first week of their new year been? Mine's been pretty good for the most part. The worst thing about it was I had to fucking shave. So that was not very fun. It shockingly did not take as long as it normally does. I guess my razor is sharper or something like that, but it did not take as long as it normally does. Thank you, John Graber, the space jockey, for telling me that I'm late. You know what? It's kind of cold, so everything moves a little slower now. Let's see. How is everyone doing? Everyone having a good night? Hope everyone down south, like me, is getting ready for this cold. You know, it's about let's see, how cold is it outside right now? 24 degrees right now, guys. 24 degrees. That is fucking cold. What's up, Mash? How you doing, man? It is let's see. Interesting. So Amy Coney Barrett apparently sided with the liberal minority over in the Supreme Court to stay the sentencing of Donald Trump. Let's see. The application for stay presented to Justice Sotomayor and by her referred to the court as denied for inter alia. The following reasons. First, the alleged evidentiary violations at President-elect Trump's state court trial can be addressed in the ordinary course of appeal. It's true. Second, the burden that sentencing will impose on the president-elect's responsibilities is relatively insubstantial in light of the trial court's stated intent to impose a sentence of unconditional discharge after a brief virtual hearing. Thomas Alito, Gorsuch, and Kavanaugh would all four grant the application. So the court currently sits on like a 4-4-1 party line. Four conservatives, four liberals, and what's his name? The chief. What's that idiot's name? Roberts, appointed by Bush. He kind of likes to just do whatever the fuck he wants. He's quite an anomaly when it comes to Supreme Court chief justices. Interesting. It is funny though. So she's trending on Twitter, and so I'm kind of scrolling through this, and it's really funny how many people suddenly went to law school. We're finishing up my 13 Stripes beers from New Year's Eve. Pretty yummy. Okay, let's talk about shit tonight, guys. Who's ready? John, I'm gonna start off with this since you're here. I know you'll enjoy this. So, everybody, let's do this. Hang on, before I click that, let's actually do it like this. Here we go. John Graber. Rory McCann will reportedly play Balin Skull in Ahsoka Season 2. Now, I spent about an hour and a half after the end of that show on here with Rolo, Star Wars Dog, and the Gatekeeper, or what's his name now? Aliens Conspiracy, talking about how shit Ahsoka was. Now, nothing against him, but John actually enjoyed the show. And one thing that I do have to say is the only good part of that show, in my opinion, was Balin's skull. The moments of him like talking about what it was like to be a Jedi and be in the Clone Wars was pretty fucking cool. And so, you know, obviously, I forget the name of the actor. He passed away. Ray Stevenson passed away, I believe, just before the show aired. So we obviously knew he wasn't going to be Balin Skull for season 2, if there was even a season 2. But what I will say, Rory McCann ain't a bad casting job for that kind of character. I mean, the Hound was one of the best parts of Game of Thrones. So I'm definitely interested in that. And that could actually get me to watch season 2, just to see more of Rory McCann. But curious what y'all think about that. Beer. And while we wait, yeah, MASH, I agree. The best replacement they could probably come up with. Totally agree. A great example of enjoying somebody's body of work and not. Oh, you know what, John? I wonder if they have. Let's find out. How do you say his name? Or spell his name? I mean, Rory McCann. Balin Skull cosplay? I mean, actually, I'll tell you what. The Hound season 1. This actually wouldn't be. What are we looking for? We're looking for. All these images are of like later seasons. This one's actually not that bad. John. Oh my God, that is terrible. Here we go. So this is at the turning of the hand in season 1 of Game of Thrones. There's Rory McCann right there. You know, pretend the chainmail is actually just cloth, and that's basically Balin's skull. So, I mean, not a bad casting job if that actually ends up being the thing. But again, you know, I don't really have any high hopes for season 2. I think it's very unlikely that season 2 tracks beyond maybe like that first episode where people are kind of interested, just to see him. Everything else, I think it'll just be like, yeah, more Star Wars. Very much like Skeleton Crew. But what we love over here at King's Advisors, and what is a perfect example of enjoying someone's body of work without enjoying what they say or what they believe, is Reacher season 3. Trailer came out yesterday afternoon. I have not watched it yet. This is going to be my live reaction, and I'm really, really quite excited for it. So let's go.
I've never been so jealous of a fork in my life. You have any thoughts on dessert?
Mr. Reacher, we're looking into the owner of a rug import business called Bizarre Bazaar.
Let me guess. DEA thinks he's in business with bad people.
You know him?
I thought I killed him years ago.
What did he do to you?
He didn't do anything to me.
Maybe we can help each other out.
Hey! And there goes the
I
stream.
have a plan.
Undercover informant.
Mr. Reacher, the record is impressive. Bench press proves nothing. Elbow on the pad. Reacher and I fought. Sorry, hand slipped. Welcome to the team, Reacher. I'm in. Tonight's your chance to prove you've earned your keep, Reacher. Exactly how much danger is this job putting me in?
Gotta get out of there.
How much time do I have?
I don't know.
Hurry up, then, Reacher. Long story.
How often do you do this?
Every so often.
I figured out why you do what you do. Because you hate the big, the powerful, who think they can get away with things. So you make sure they don't.
You just figured that out?
A little Terminator scene there at the end.
Son of a...
All right, let's talk about this for a second.
Undercover.
Okay, so I hate this fucking mouse. It double clicks all the time. So this season is supposed to adapt. I think it's the 7th book, and it's the last one that I did not read. I read, I believe, the first 6, and then I just kind of they're a lot of the same story. The same stuff happens in them. You know, they're airport novels. The same story told different ways. So it just kind of got repetitive for me. But last season wasn't as good as the first season. I still enjoyed it, but you know, I think they brought the rest of his team in too early. I think we should have had like another season, maybe 2 more seasons, where it was just Reacher doing shit. I know that, you know, Amazon announced probably about 2 weeks after the season that not only had they greenlit season 3, they announced season 3 was greenlit before season 2 even started. But they also said that they are doing a spin-off with Neely, the girl that you saw him talking to. Not the one that he was kissing, the other one. So there's a lot of good stuff in this trailer. It definitely seems like most of the story is going to be about Reacher again. Obviously, he's going to have something with Neely. There's probably going to be an episode, maybe 2. But I do think having too much of Neely and having it seem like there's too much of him basically asking for help kind of makes the story a little modernized a bit. And I think it's better when it feels older. But I mean, look, it's going to be a great season. It's likely going to be Amazon's best show of the year again. Every year that this season or that this show has come out, it's been the #1 show on Amazon. So, you know, it's going to track as the #1 original on Amazon, and then season 1 and season 2 are probably going to track as the #3 and #4 for most of the year, most likely. Now, this comes out. When did it say when it was coming out? It's in February, right? February 20th. Excellent. A great thing to be excited for Black History Month. John Graber asks if this hat is for Malcolm, Musk, or X-Wing who turned into a lame gamer. Well, John, one thing I'll tell you is obviously it's for X-Wing. Second off, when Disney starts making good Star Wars again, I'm sure X-Wing would love to talk about it. But until it's good Star Wars and not boring shit like The Acolyte and Skeleton Crew, you can't tell me that Skeleton Crew is Star Wars because it ain't. Star Wars requires the Force and requires lightsabers. It's another reason why that dumbass show Andor, which they spent over $600 million on, will never be Star Wars. Why is my camera fucked up? Oh, probably because I don't have my backlight on. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, so I'm excited for season 3. Skeleton Crew is amazing and fun. It can be as fun as you want, but it's not Star Wars. And no, I haven't watched it. I don't need to watch it. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, let's look at. So I like this. This was pretty fucking funny. Who remembers the video of Jeremy? It's actually not. Skeleton Crew is actually the lowest rated with the least number of minutes watched of any of the Star Wars TV shows. Reports came out last week showing that. So who remembers that like AI fight from shit? What was it? It was like Trump versus who? I don't remember. But this is pretty good. I think this is funny. This is at Carter's funeral. So that's Imhoff warping into a fucking guard. The two of them just start. What the fuck? That's weird. The two of them just start fighting. It's hilarious. And then obviously she pops up over there away from the whole fight. I think it's hilarious. I love these things. I think they are so fun to watch. And obviously, not real. So it's going to be fun when they start like legislating that shit. Let's see. Okay. We're going to watch. And we're going to watch it because I watched it earlier. And I really wish more people were in here right now because they would love this. Have I seen where they take action figures and make them move? It's crazy and creepy. Do you mean like Toy Story? I saw Toy Story. So the Senate Democrats, that's right, the Senate Democrats put out a video on TikTok talking about how they are pledging to fight Donald Trump, that they will protect your reproductive rights, that they will protect the veterans, because Republicans are famous for not protecting and wanting to fuck over veterans. Famous for it, right? So let's take a look at this. Let's bring this back up. Let me pull some music up a little bit. Scroll down. Bring that down. Okay, who's ready to watch this shit?
Here. Okay.
Oh. How's my tie? Is it okay?
Dumb asshole.
We're different.
Wisconsin,
Rhode Island.
Hawaii,
New York.
From the Great Lakes,
To the Mountain West.
the Pacific Northwest,
To the South.
and the Northeast.
coast.
So real quick, one thing I want to do is, and this is going to be a little difficult. Okay. How should we do this? Democrats. Does it tell me? Oh, this is interesting. So the majority of this video is actually the leadership from the Democratic caucus. Let me see if I can find our caucus. Okay, this might. Okay, so Cory Booker is in this. I think I have to go to his website. Oh, this is gonna fuck up my algorithm. Shit. Okay, so let's look up Ron Wyden, because this is something I want to look at. Okay, so we're actually gonna have to start this over, guys. Okay, I'm sorry.
Go. We're different.
Okay, so Ben Ray Lujan. Ben Ray Lujan. He's a United States Senator, obviously, who was elected in 2021. Okay. Yeah, how were you elected in 2021? He must have been nominated and then, let's see. Oh, he was elected in the 2020 election. Okay, so liberal election. This guy's been a senator for 4 years.
Wisconsin.
Tammy Baldwin is a leader of the Democratic Party. I know that. Tammy Baldwin has been a U.S. senator. She's the junior senator from Wisconsin, elected in 2013. She's the secretary of the Senate Democratic Caucus. That's funny. Since 17. When was she last elected? Let's find out. Okay, she was reelected. So she started her third term in this term that just started.
Rhode
Okay, Sheldon Whitehouse. I'm really sorry, guys. His name's Whitehouse. That's funny. So Whitehouse. So assumed office in 2007. Reelected in 2024. So that's two senators who were just reelected.
Island.
Hawaii.
Brian Schatz. What a name, right? Probably shat something out of his ass. Let's see. Elected in 2022.
Hawaii. New York.
Chuck Schumer. I mean, we all know who Chuck Schumer is. But again, the thing that I want to look up, and the reason I'm looking all this up and trying to make a point of this. Let's see. He's in his fifth term. Scroll down to the elections. God, I really hope there's not another like high-profile one. Electoral history. There we go. Elected in 2022.
New York.
From the great.
Elisa Stockton. God, there's a lot of these guys. It gets worse, Mash. It gets a lot worse. Let's see. So she just became, I guess she just got elected. Or she either got elected this term or she is a replacement for somebody. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So she just got elected. What's up, Matthew?
Great Lakes.
To the mountain.
Okay, Michael Bennett. We only got a couple of these left, guys. Holy crap! This mouse is terrible. Well, Bennett. Oh, so he's been in office since 2009. Elected in 2022. What's up, Dougie?
Mountain West.
The Pacific.
Patty Murray. If anyone wants to beat me to tell me when these people were elected, that would be grade A awesome. Let's see. So she was president pro tem of the Senate from 03 to this past year. Well, until a couple days ago. So that's honestly, that's kind of impressive. Let's be honest. Let's see. Re-elected in 22.
Pacific Northwest.
To the south.
Raphael Warnock, we already know this, was elected in 2020.
And the North.
And Elizabeth Warren, I believe, is on her final 2 years of her term. Oh, Matween, you'll find out, my friend. You will find out. Okay, let's see. Okay, so she just won her another term.
Northeast.
Coast to coast.
And I think we already looked up him that he won. He was reelected in 2020.
We have to.
And Tammy Duckworth. I should have written this shit down, shouldn't I have? Tammy Duckworth has served since 2017, which means she was reelected in 2022.
Differences.
And some disagreement.
Okay, so here's where we're at, guys. We are at I think it's 9 senators, 3 of which were elected or re-elected in this past election. All of who were elected, and the rest of them were elected prior to this past election, prior to the election that had consequences for every Democratic policy that was in power from 2020 to 2024. Let's watch.
Senate Democrats are fiercely united on this.
We are not here because of who we are against.
We are here because of who we are for.
So real quick, I would completely call that bullshit. It is without a doubt that anyone elected in 2020 in 47 of the states are 100% there because of who they were against. You cannot give me a reasoned argument that people did not vote against Donald Trump in 2020.
Every one of us was elected to fight for working Americans.
For American families.
For you.
American families. So in order to have a family, you have to cohabitate. Let's be honest, you don't technically need to get married, but you should. But you have to cohabitate. And a family really is not complete without children. So the party that wants to kill all the babies, talking about protecting families, is really quite funny, don't y'all think?
For you. For you.
We're here to make housing more affordable.
Housing more affordable. Interesting, because rent, mortgage rates, and costs went up almost 25% while they were all in power.
To help working Americans keep more of their hard-earned paycheck.
Want to increase my taxes, increase my healthcare costs, increase my taxes so that you can give free money to immigrants. Okay, let's keep going.
To lower the cost of child care.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be easier to lower the cost of child care when there are no more kids. A lot easier.
Prescription drugs.
Prescription drugs. Interesting, because Donald Trump signed an executive order to lower the cost of insulin and other life-saving prescriptions. And day one of Biden's presidency, he rescinded that executive order, which caused the price of insulin to jump 320%. Isn't that fucking interesting?
Drugs.
And yes, groceries.
Groceries. Oh, you're talking about the thing that went up 432% under y'all's rule? Are you fucking nuts? Sorry, a little angry.
To help small
business, that right? Because y'all shut down the country, jailed small business owners, and create a regulation to prevent them from being able to open their businesses. Interesting.
businesses thrive.
And every child have a safe and great public education.
Every child have a safe and great public education. Okay. So does that mean, like teaching the kids correct pronouns and things like that? Informing us that the founding of America is actually deeply rooted in racism. Telling everyone that 2 + 2 doesn't actually equal 4 because that's racist. Makes sense.
We are here to fight.
Fight
to fight for Americans.
We will work.
But not if you don't believe what we believe. Like, not if you're not for us. Like, it's very clear the majority of the country that voted 2 months ago does not agree with y'all. So maybe you should be fighting for us instead of, or maybe you should just be thinking about what y'all fucked up with. Maybe instead of trying to pull everyone towards you, you should come back towards us a little bit. Just an idea. You know, you might win a couple more elections.
With anyone.
Anyone, if they want to make life better for you.
So they will work with anyone if they want to help make life better for us. They'll work with them. Well, that's interesting. I mean, that's a good thing, right? Like, that's it. What they're saying is that they are committed to bipartisan decisions. I mean, theoretically, that's a good thing. There could be there's no way there's anything else. Like, this is where the video should stop, right? We are here to do this, this, and this, and we are committed to bipartisan decisions this Congress. There, that's it, right? So why is there another minute left in this video?
But
Donald Trump.
What did Ned Stark tell his kids? Nothing before the word but means shit.
And Senate Republicans.
do things to hurt you.
We will fight.
So, what could hurt us? Okay. So Donald Trump wants to remove taxes on tips. Okay, so what that means is, like, if I go to a restaurant and I give my waitress a $10 tip, that would mean she gets to keep the whole $10. So how does that hurt her? Anybody? Any idea? No, I got nothing. But I mean, that's not all he wants to do. There's other things. Okay, what else does he want to do? He wants to get the soldiers, the airmen, and the sailors that were kicked out of the military for refusing to get a potentially harmful vaccine. Back pay. He wants to get them re-enlisted and give them back pay for the time that they missed. How does that hurt them? Well, they have way too much money. No. That way, that's a good thing. I know. They would, by getting back in, they would actually end up marrying a stripper and buying a Hellcat. There we go. He's trying to prevent service members from marrying strippers. Okay. I get it. That's a helpful thing. Okay, cool.
We will fight. If they come after affordable health care.
They come after affordable health care. Okay. So if they come after like Medicare, Medicaid, things like that, okay, interesting. So the cost of Medicaid and the cost of Medicare, they'll go up if a lot of people end up on them. Like, I don't know, if you were to suddenly enroll like 7.5 million immigrants, but no one would do that, right? Like, no one would suddenly put a bunch of people on that payroll, right? That would be insane. Huh.
They pursue policies that drive up costs.
Pursue policies that drive up costs. Now, who could have done that? Does this sound familiar to anybody? Like maybe the last 4 fucking years? Huh.
If they ignore the threat of climate
Ah, there we are. It's a full minute and a half in. Climate change. That's right. So today, tomorrow, and Saturday, the continental United States will be colder than the entirety of Canada for the first time since we started tracking that. Definitely feels like global warming to me, right? But like that's the thing, like they don't call it global warming anymore. They call it climate change. Because climate's not supposed to change. Because there aren't fossil records or ground records or soil samples that show that like we've gone through periods of warming and colding for 40,000 years. I mean, there's none of that. Okay, let's keep watching.
Change. If they come after our troops and
This is my favorite one. I love this one. If they come after our troops and veterans benefits, because here's the thing. If y'all didn't remember, because Republicans are famously anti-troop, right? Like Republicans hate veterans. Remember, right? Y'all remember all those Republicans campaigning to like kick people out of the VA, right? Oh no, that's right. That never happened. And every single time there's been a chance of the government shutting down, the first thing the Republicans in Congress try to do is fund themselves. Oh, wait, no, that was the Democrats. It was actually the Republicans that tried to fund the veterans first. That's right. Huh. But this is a whole bunch of Senate Democrats. Like, they're the good guys, remember? Like, no, I must just be mishearing all this.
benefits?
if they take away access to reproductive.
Abortion. And it took a minute and a half to get into this. Right, because of all the national abortion bans that Trump and the state Republicans said they want to sign, right? Oh, wait, no, they said the exact opposite.
Rights attack our basic freedoms.
Right, because they're the ones, because Republicans were the ones that colluded with Twitter, with Facebook, with Instagram. I know Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same people. With Imgur and every single other social media site to kick conservatives off, to silence them, to break literally the fucking First Amendment, right? Like they were the ones that did that, right? It wasn't Democrats. Dumb cunts.
If they try to enrich their friends,
If they pay
try to enrich their friends. So it's bad to help my friend John get a leg up. But it's okay if I play the stock market using the secret information I got from the SCIF meetings. Got it. I understand that. See, I didn't understand. I didn't know what the rules were. That's why. Okay, I feel better now.
for tax cuts for the wealthy by coming after your paycheck.
Because my paycheck has famously always shrunk while Republicans are in power. Because that would make sense.
Social Security, your Medicare.
they will have to come through us.
Can I just say, okay, I mean, obviously I'm joking all here. But real quick, can I just say that the absolute last people I am afraid of coming through are these fucking losers. Like, Daniel Inouye, she is not. And for those of you that don't know, Daniel Inouye was the longest serving senator in U.S. history. Actually, he might have been second longest. A Medal of Honor recipient, a Japanese survivor of the internment camps, who then went and fought for his country in the 337th, I believe it was, or 127th, something like that. And in the regiment or brigade, I can't remember what breakdown of the army it was, but more Medal of Honor recipients came out of that platoon or whatever than anywhere else in the army. And Daniel Inouye was one of them. And this is what she's trying to be the new Daniel Inouye. And she's fucking dumb.
Through us.
Through us.
This is a new Congress.
It is.
Buddy, Strom Thurmond was incredible, but it was not 115 years. Strom Thurmond is also the only United States senator to ever be voted in via write-in. Let's rewind for a second.
Us.
Through us.
This is a new Congress.
It is a new day.
We are united.
Determined.
Ready.
The 119th Congress has begun.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get to work.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get started.
Like, fucking hell. I mean, guys, you sat there and you spent millions of dollars trying to get Harry Styles wannabe, whatever, signs, whatever that name was, and all the other ones. You spent millions of dollars trying to get them to help get young people interested in you, and you fucking lost. And you think that's going to make us interested? You think that's going to make us trust you? Are you kidding me? How about you just go fucking do the job? Like, if you think abortion is such a great thing, why didn't you pass a bill? Like, this is what I don't get. Like, they sit there. It's the same thing with Republicans and gun rights. Well, sort of. So this is the difference between Republicans and gun rights and Democrats and half the things they say. Is half the things they say are not enshrined in the fucking Second Amendment of the United States Constitution. Literally, the second thing they thought was, hey, let's make sure people don't lose their guns because they tried to take ours. So let's make sure. None of these are enshrined, despite what some con law professor at some dumbass law school might think. Abortion is not a fundamental right enshrined in the United States Constitution. So it blows my mind that they sit there and continue to campaign on the stuff that they've had, to be fair, 8 years of the last 12 to actually make law, and have never done it. Like, anyone that thinks, let's say that they go up there on January 29th, 2020 or 2021 and decide, you know what, we're going to make abortion law. We're going to make the law of the land. There would have been nobody in their way. Sure, Senate Republicans could have gotten up there and what's it called? What is it called? Come on, someone knows what it is. What am I thinking of? Son of a bitch. Filibuster. Sure, Rand Paul could have gone up there and done another 27-hour filibuster, but it wouldn't have stopped anything. It would have delayed the inevitable. But they won't do it because then they won't have anything to campaign on the next time. It's the same reason why Republicans won't pass term limits. They'll talk about it, and they'll put up some crazy bill that'll do like crazy things and term limits, but it'll never pass because it does the crazy shit. Because then they can't campaign on it. Yeah. So, what did y'all think of that awesome TikTok video? Mash says they campaign off of fear, 100%. Now, if you do look up Chuck Schumer, if you Google Chuck Schumer, I just found this out. He actually did announce that he will vote for the Lincoln Riley Act. So that is something. I mean, I'm not going to say that's something. So it does look like the Lincoln Riley Act will pass. So honestly, I'm very happy about that. It was going to pass without him. They didn't need him, but obviously he needs to start getting some good press. Essentially, 113 LAFD firefighters removed from duty without pay for failing to meet city's vaccination mandate. That was in 2021. This was really funny. Y'all remember? Oh, dude, Mash. I don't have it either. I pulled that off Twitter. Y'all remember when Biden gave the Presidential Medal of Freedom to all those weirdos? I love JD Vance tweeting, looking forward to Biden giving the Presidential Medal of Freedom posthumously to Pol Pot and Count Dracula. That was pretty good. Okay. So this was interesting. So we know that what's it called? CSES 2025, is that the name of the tech thing going on right now? CES. So CES 25 is going on right now. And one of the things displayed, one of the things for people to come and, well, that was kind of a joke there, for people to come and look at and, think, wow, this is like advancing our technology. Was an adult toy. Oh, where'd it go? Yeah. Let's play it a little bit. Tell me if y'all realize what this is. Don't really have to say anything more than that. Water resistant, USB-C charging, 14 hours of battery life, 300 times a minute, max thrust speed. John, I think we found a new girlfriend for you. So that's America. Everybody happy to be alive? fun. John, I'm not the one that made it. I'm not the one that said, hey, this would be a great thing to show at CES. What y'all think? Oh, this was funny. Hey, let me see if I can find this. What is this? I'll be honest, I don't really care about that. Silence is golden. Matt says the sad thing is it's probably going to be the most popular thing there. And yeah. Oh, that's cool. Did y'all watch did anyone else see Bryce DeChambeau trying to hit the or is it Bryson? Bryson. Anyone else see Bryson DeChambeau trying to hit the hole-in-one over his house? So it took him 16 days, which was 16 plus 15 plus 14 plus 13 plus 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. At least I can't remember how many shots in the 16 that he got it, but at most 136 shots. He actually gave a fan a shot at it. He said, if you can do it in 9 hours, I'll give you $100,000. And he did, and the kid did it on his 5th swing. That's pretty fucking cool. Let's see. The one thing that is good news is we are hearing that every single one of Trump's picks do have the votes. So I think it's it's a start. I don't expect all of them to man up and vote the way they should when their friends across the aisle start saying, no, don't vote for him. But we might get a good first 100 days. That's funny. Guys, this shit in California is terrible. Does anyone okay? I mean, there's not a lot of people here, but does anyone remember or know what this whole water not being in the fire hydrants is about? Is this the thing where they redirected the water because of the fish or whatever? Mm-hmm. Oh, this is funny. God, why is it that whenever I open an image out of something, it gives me like a 200 pixel fucking image? Oh, here we go. Okay, this was Governor Newsom, the elected governor of California, on there not being water in the fire hydrants.
What is the situation with water? Obviously, in the Palisades ran out last night in the hydrants. I was trying to firefighter on this block. They left because there was no water in the hydrant here.
The local folks are trying to figure that out. I mean, just when you have a system that's not dissimilar to what we've seen in other extraordinarily large-scale fires, whether it be pipe, electricity, or whether it just be the complete overwhelm of the system. I mean, those hydrants are typical for 2 or 3 fires, maybe 1 fire. You have something at this scale, but again, that's got to be determined by the local.
What is the situation with?
So I will say I'm not totally surprised. Like, I mean, let's be honest. I would be very surprised if a fire hydrant, however, I don't know if it's pipes connected to all the hydrants, connected to a giant reservoir. I don't know how that system works, but I would be surprised anywhere if you could hook up to a fire hydrant and fight a wildfire. I would be very surprised. Still doesn't explain it away, doesn't mean that it's okay for there not to have been a system in place, especially in a fucking state where you have wildfires every other year. Doesn't make any sense. Jeez, dude, I'm looking at these videos. This one is of the Malibu waterfront. One of the most expensive properties in the United States, which, yeah, it really is. It's just holy shit, man. Also, for the dumbasses, I'm not saying any of y'all are dumb, but for the dumbasses, in case y'all show up here in 30 years, trees are about 90% water. It's actually kind of hard to burn a tree down, especially if it's not like super dried out. Also, palm trees are a grass made up of like 99% water. Okay? This is not an energy weapon burning down homes. Okay, guys? God, that was so dumb. Like, this is just wild to me. Damn. There, but with the grace of God, go on. Oh my God. Oh, guys, y'all, this is fucking hilarious. Now, I'll be honest, I would have called my kid away by then, but that is pretty fucking funny. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how many fucking fires happen out there. It's ridiculous that they don't have a plan yet. Like, I mean, they've been having fires there since I was a fucking kid. Like, I remember there being fires when I was like 5 years old, and there being ridiculous wildfires that were spreading across LA. And it's like, how is there not a fucking system in place? How do you, like, we here in South Carolina? Okay, so this is what is aggravating the shit out of me. So we're supposed to get weather here in the South that we haven't gotten in 10 years. Since 2014, I would say. It's going to be colder this week or this weekend than it's been since 2014. And we already have trucks spraying rock salt on the interstates. We've got winter advisories in effect. We've got extra trucks bringing groceries to certain areas of the states. We've got the power crews on standby, ready to go. I don't understand why. Now, obviously, you don't know a wildfire is going to happen. You don't know that fires are just suddenly going to. But fires take a little bit of time to spread. It's not like, boom, a spark, and then suddenly there's a 100-acre fire. Like, I don't understand how they don't have planes on standby ready to drop water, how they don't have the helicopters ready to drop shit. I mean, they got a fucking TV show and movies about these firefighters that go in the forest to cut down trees and shit. Why were they not deployed? Like, what the fuck? What's up, Bobby? How you doing, man? Again, controlled burns are a thing. You burn down certain areas so that they don't become fodder to the rest of the city, the rest of the state. But okay, so we do actually have good news. There is some good news. Everyone buckle up. We got some awesome news here. Joe Biden has actually authorized $500 million to help aid the Californians who have lost everything to these fires. So, sorry. No, sorry, that was for Ukraine. Yeah. Sorry, no, he's not giving shit to the Californians. Well, that kind of sucks. Apparently, earlier today, they were at 0% containment. Well, that fucking blows. Giving money to Americans that need help, not on Biden's watch. Yep, ain't that the truth? So it's been sitting there for a little while. I'm really curious why Looters is currently trending. So we've got looters that are running through neighborhoods in SoCal, stealing shit. Wow. Dude, shoot him on sight. This is the best reaction to looting ever. Yep. That was the Rodney King riots. Well, how can you do that? How can you just go to someone's house and steal their shit? I don't understand that. I will never understand that. Oh, okay, guys. Last thing. So there's apparently a rumor going around that the NFL is going to change their kick rules. The NFL will consider replacing the onside kick with an alternative proposal that has been mentioned in years past. Instead of attempting an onside kick, teams would get one down to convert a 4th and 20. If they get 20 yards, they would maintain possession of the ball. Dumb, gay, stupid, further helps ruin your sport. The onside kick is one of the most exciting plays in all of football, and I think getting rid of it for something that could be even more destroyed by referees, I think is a terrible idea and a one-way ticket to making your sport completely irrelevant. But that's just me. I'm just going to sit here and wait for our 51st state. Everyone, thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to play a little bit of something. I have not decided what. It might be the DLC, the Elden Ring DLC. I'm just not sure yet. But until then, guys, thank you so much. I hope you all have a great night. I hope you all have a great weekend. I hope everyone's weather and everyone's stuff stays safe. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend.